hard-headed? Aren't you a bit impertinent?
А то.
I'd rather say determined.
Ну ладно, ладно.
If that's how you want it. But if I hear a single complaint against my name,
О, да.
I'll find you and deal with
Вздует,
you.
конечно.
Got it?
Absolutely. That madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards?
Пиздец. А всем хой, в углу экрана Сноуменса мы продолжаем прохождение Кингдом Кам Деливеренс 2. Погнали.
3, 2, 1. Renormalize.
Так. Я вот что хочу сделать. Нам надо бы сначала... вот этот квестик сдать. А для этого я хочу одеться поприличнее, конечно же. Вот так вот. Красавчик, красавчик. Нихуя себе, блядь. Доебались до меня. Да, я тут еще немножечко проделался в перерывчике, кстати говоря. И коняху проделал, и себя проделал. Еще более смертоносным теперь стал. А если быть точнее, у нас теперь вот такая вот хрень тут болтается. Вот такая хрень и вот такая хрень. Надо бы нам, конечно, помыть, блядь, но в купальне меня почему-то не пускают. Ну и ладно. А мы попиздячим к Розе. Ой, не ори. Если кто-то задумает спросить, а чё вдруг я захотел так упороться именно в эту мадаму, то вот я вам что отвечу. Она, во-первых, голубых кровей, как тут говорится, а во-вторых, боевая. Все.
I don't know what you said to the Mintmaster, but he left here looking like he'd met the Grim Reaper. May God be with you, Henry.
Не за что. О! Пообщаемся.
Oh, and about that secret passage to Maleshov. How did you find that secret passageway back then?
I'm glad you ask, because it's a really interesting story. It all started when I was 12. One morning, I found a bat nailed to the Maleshov gate. Peculiar, eh?
That is pretty weird. I've never heard of such a thing before.
See? And you're not 12 years old. My chambermaid told me that a bat nailed above the entrance repels all evil and protects the house against sickness. The thing that I was most interested in was where they got that bat. You know, I was awfully inquisitive back then. Embroidery wasn't exactly my passion, and Papa forbade me from riding out into the woods, so at least I explored the fortress from top to bottom.
I know all about that. Not that I ever embroidered, but Pa never let me stray too far from home.
Parents have no understanding for the adventurous soul. Do they?
Это да.
But back to the bats. I found out from the guards that they caught the poor creatures somewhere in the cellars. So I went to have a look there and found a whole swarm of them. I followed them for a while, and I noticed that in one corner they simply disappeared into a wall. Strange, isn't it? I was full of curiosity, and I talked Papa into having the wall demolished. I remember there was even a priest there at the time, and he wasn't at all happy about it. He was afraid we'd dig into hell. But as you probably guessed, there was nothing behind the wall but a passageway leading off into darkness.
My word, you're right. That is a really good story. And I didn't expect that ending at all. You're really sharp and hard-headed when you latch onto something. That, well, that's something I admire.
Hard-headed? Aren't you a bit impertinent?
А то.
I'd rather say determined.
Ну ладно, ладно.
Why did your people mark the passage from outside?
Papa came up with that. He said one never knows what might happen. So I thought up the idea with the crosses. Why do you
Оно и
ask
пригодилось.
anyway? Would you rather search all over the woods for it?
No. It's really smart. And very convenient for me. Thanks again. Have you ever used the passage?
No, it's never been needed. Thank God. But everything is ready there. There's a strong door and a ladder that we can pull up behind us. That ought to give us enough time to get to the end and dig our way out.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favourite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see
Да,
what it's
я
about?
полистал ее тоже в перерыве.
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
Well, the author doesn't spare anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honour, loyalty. But others have already written enough about those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
I've been through quite a bit, but I never thought of writing it down.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
Нихуя себе.
That sounds great.
Погнали,
I have
дорогая.
plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
Света и уединение. Конечно, с удовольствием, блядь, дорогая.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Болван,
Just
блядь.
tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
Давайте про
There are
женщину.
heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
Пусть будет
I
храбрый.
admire courage in girls. They're weaker than men, and life is rarely easy for them. But they still don't give up.
Do you know one like that? Tell me about her.
How could I not? After all, I'm looking at her.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly brave.
Enough, you flatterer, or I shall blush. We better get to writing. Let's say we
Прокатило.
write about a woman who is brave and isn't afraid to say what she thinks. Would she do it for herself or for someone else?
Make her brave for someone she loves. That's much more commendable than if she were only thinking of herself.
You can't disagree with that. And to make things a little more interesting, the love will be secret and
Нихуя мы там Санта-Барбару
because
пишем,
forbidden
блядь.
fruit tastes the sweetest.
Так.
Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs, but not much. Like you're lazing around.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Какая срань, блядь. Вы ебанутые, что ли? А, ладно, блядь, такой же я нахуй. Да, точно такой же.
Well, now we're done.
Finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward. I thought you wanted to read it as soon as possible.
Прочитаем. Не знаю, потому что вот так, это мой... Я прочитал. Угу. Вновь женившийся вдовец. Жил однажды в какой-то на горе старый богатый мещанин. Он давно вдовел, но еще такой был старый, чтобы жить в одиночестве, потому женился на прислуживающей ему девке. Она была девушка простой и бедной, но некрасивее любой шляхтенький и вдвое умнее. Но старый вдовец этого не знал, и ему было и того довольно, что он мог наслаждаться красотой жены днем, но порой и ночью к ней заглядывать. Он даже не подозревал, что девушка больше до конюха заглядывается. Мы тут недавно посмотрели фильмец такой. «Гадкая сестра» называется, норвежский. Очередная интерпретация Золушки. Там Золушка как раз с конюхом ебалась. Совпадение? Не думаю. Так, потому когда муж ей по вечерам наслаждался, наслаждаться не желал, она спешила в конюшню, чтобы конюха растолкать. Но однажды она забыла, что ее муж рано утром в поездку собирался. Позже было удивление обоих супругов, когда на рассвете хозяин ушел в конюшню. Вместо лошади он обнаружил оседланного конюха за наездник. Собственно, жена была. Ну и крику было. Так, муж назвал жену блудницей и уже было собрался идти к городскому рехтажу, чтобы справедливости искать. Однако жена просто так не смирилась. Она встала на его пути и сказала: «Прежде чем пойдешь на меня жаловаться, сам посуди. Разве я была с тобой несправедливой? Разве хоть раз отказывала, когда ты просил прийти и был за тебя вечером? Ни разу признал вдовец? Ты всегда приходила, когда я звал. Разве была я с тобой скупа и холодна? Разве противилась? Разве отказывала дать тебе то, что ты хотел от меня? Нет, повторил он, куда более скромно. Ты всегда давала мне все, что я просил. Так скажи мне, что я должна была делать с остатком? Отдать на корм свиньям? Запереть в сундук и ключ выбросить? Уж не лучше ли ублажить другого мужчину, который меня полюбил? А тебя-то твоего по праву не убудет». С этих слов муж застыдился, и пришлось ему признать, что жена права. И до сих пор городской рехтраж Люмель ничего об этом не знает.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of boring moral bludgeoning. And that's the way it should be. Sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way. They entertain and encourage, with a few lessons added in between.
You see? When I lead mass one of these days, I'll certainly think of you. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that?
А то, блядь.
Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Па-па-па-па-па-па. Так, о чем можем поговорить? Опа.
You said you could teach me something.
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, lady know-it-all. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books I could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship. So, what would you like?
Да, и то изволю. Да, давай, учености,
I'd
погнали.
like to expand my horizons a little. What's the last thing you read, for instance? Anything interesting?
You'd better believe it. I only read interesting things, and I can talk about them for hours.
А поговорили только сейчас. Ну ладно. Тихо, 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 подожди.
Could you teach?
Why not? But I warn you so.
Либо ученик. Ну,
I'd like you
подожди,
to show
давай.
me some archery tricks. You shoot like a... well, a wild woman.
I prefer the term Amazon.
Will you teach me?
Извиняюсь.
Listen closely so I don't have to repeat myself.
Кайфы. Опа. Меткость повышена. Ну, ученость. Что у нас там? Повязка становится эффективнее на 25%. При общении с стражниками твои убеждения и впечатления повышаются на 2. Можешь молиться у часовен, крестов и прочих мест. После молитвы получаешь усиление, которое защищает тебя от смертельных ран в бою и восстанавливает 25% здоровья. Это держится 12 огневых часов, или пока ты его не используешь. Карта раскрывается целиком, показывает все поселения и точки быстрых переходов, охотничьи угодья, пещер и прочие любопытные... Сюда, блядь. Меткость, здрасте. Если ты нанесешь противнику урон дальнобойным оружием, то его выносливость будет восстанавливаться медленнее. Первый выстрел наносит на 50% больше урона, умение вновь сработает после окончания текущего боя или спустя минуту затишья. Это все дело выносливость при выцеливании... выстрел наперед сюда. Кайфы. Это мы охуенно посетили. Розочкой-то, бля. Стильный мясник. Аресталище. Дело под стенами. Как я тут всего, блядь, не нашел еще. Охуеть не встать, свалка. И на перекресток. Полагаю, контрабандиста, блядь. Цирк. Дорожный часовня. Охуеть. Еще бронник. Какой трэш. Так. Давай, Розочка, спускайся уже. Ну, тут с вами времени провели. Дай бог каждому, блядь, столько проводить. Так, мы, пожалуй, обратно переобуемся, блядь. Угу. Что бы нам дальше поделать? Найдем минцмейстера Вавака, как проникнуть на городской совет. Что, пойдем доебемся до него? Что ли? Ну, недалеко. Вообще с кайфом. После таких интересных разговоров очень хочется доебаться сходить. А там тут будет заперто, блядь. Где ты там засел, блядь?
You won't believe this. A whole village burnt to the ground. Hell on earth.
I'm going to see the mint master. May I enter?
Any fool could say that. What do you want from him?
I have an appointment with him.
All right. Go ahead then. But don't waste too much of his time.
А, это так работает, да? Ну ладно.
God in heaven. You're seeing this.
Nice to
Здрасте.
see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Ты что,
Hold your
ебанутый?
horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Да.
What you like. I need to get into the city council assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king.
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it?
Нет.
And tell the truth.
Не,
I want to
похуй.
know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Головой ты
Have you
рискуешь.
forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me.
Не, за это не переживай
That
вообще.
will be the end of our business together.
Ну ладно.
That seems like a fair deal.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me,
Видно,
you'll
черпи,
need
блядь.
his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Ой, блядь.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Ой, не ссы. Порешаем. Лесосад. Понял-то. Так. 2 грамоты королевского подавальщика. Так, а ну мы сначала вот сюда быстренько сбегаем. Дальше мы идем сначала за грамотой, наверное. О, здрасте.
Greetings. What do you need?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse.
Заплачу, чувак.
Then councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pictures so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
Let me put it another way. How much do you want for your place?
Finally, some sensible talk. But it won't come cheap. When I count it all up, new clothes, wages, a backhander to get in there at all, not to mention the coin I'd make in other places if I could say I served the king of Hungary.
Я попробую.
Try and look on it as an investment in the future.
What are you blabbering about?
If you forget about the payment, I promise I'll do a great job. If anyone asks, I'll say the great Franta Cooldown taught me. And then people will be jostling to hire you.
And what if I insist that you pay?
Oh, I might accidentally spill wine on His Majesty's shoes.
If that's how you want it. But if I hear a single complaint against my name,
О, да.
I'll find you and deal with
Вздует,
you.
конечно.
Got it?
Absolutely.
To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different
Да
wines
разберемся,
apart
блядь.
than that?
Да,
Of
да.
course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you. I promise.
You better not. Take care for now.
Ekelhaften Schweine. Who do they think is going to
Так. Все получили. А что мы получили? Ага. Ну вот так вот. Да нафиг пока снимаем. Ага. И штанцы подавальщика. Ну, вроде норм.
I'll be closing soon. Shop while you can.
Явиться на службу. А давайте мы на службу явимся попозже. Пойдем там по заданию Катериночки немножечко побазарим. Блять. Угу. Бля, я думал, тут где-то вход есть. Его тут нихуя нету.
Did you hear that Dirk Stallion is shagging Nars's old woman?
If you know it, then so does half the town. I'm sorry.
Да ебать, где уж тут вход-то?
God grant you health.
Да. О. Так, поговорить с могильщиком сначала о теле.
God be with you. What would you like?
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do.
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
I hear there was a murder here recently. Some young girl?
True. True. She's lying in the morgue. But who the hell are you? Another gawker?
Another? Why would anybody come to look at her?
People ain't got no respect. As soon as news spread about what was done to her, folk are always turning up to have a gawk. So if you ain't one of them gawkers, you must be one of them other types. Well, no, you can't shave her. No, no thumb for a souvenir.
Well, I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
I'm worried something might happen to my friend.
That's true. She wasn't the first, and we can only pray that she'll be the last. It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No, no. He actually tried to help.
Help? How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said they was all killed by the same murderer.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
Да я же не
I
место,
haven't been in
блядь.
Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you.
That's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the Hole in the Wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighborhood.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff. I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle. Though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
Farewell.
Мгм.
With the same Christ, our Lord.
О,
Poor girl.
здравствуйте.
Are you Barbara? I'm told you knew Alice.
Alice. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
What's his name? Can I speak to him?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him.
Это мы уже поняли.
Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely. But she promised him she'd never tell anyone his name.
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met with him.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw or heard nothing. One day, she just didn't come home. And then, I found her. Like this.
What do you mean, like this?
You haven't seen her yet, have you?
I haven't.
Then don't. It's a horrible thing to see. She was such a pretty girl. She had such beautiful brown hair. And it didn't even leave that untouched.
What do you mean?
Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
Какая старая, блядь.
I'll leave you to mourn in peace now.
Нихуя, блядь, осмотреть тело.
So, let's see what we have here. My God! Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there.
Показывать нам, конечно же, не будут.
Buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place they found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards?
Пиздец.
Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there.
Ее сначала били,
She has a
значит.
dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy? Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they are by the body. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
Так, ладненько. Что у нас там дальше идет? Поговорить с Лепольдом. Опираться на место преступления. Бля, нас что, не выпустят? Ну охуеть теперь. Ладно, понял. С другой стороны берем.
I apologize.
God bless.
О. Так, теперь осталось попасть туда, к стене.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Блин, пиздатая штука скоростник. Спасибочка, можно бегать примерно, блять, вечность.
This is the place. There's a lot of blood and some footprints. I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to find. Christ, that's a lot of blood. After seeing what they did to the girl, I'm not surprised. I'm not sure I'll be able to find any remains. I wonder what happened to them. I can't make anything out of this. The whole town's been walking around here. There could have been one killer or a dozen.
No,
I'm surprised I haven't completely trampled out the blood. It's hard to make out, but I think I see some slashing from a blade. So, there's still a lot of blood left, but I expected even more. I found some faint blade marks. Either the others were trampled out, or someone skilled was wielding it. It didn't look to me like any remains were left lying around. No idea what he did with them. Did he keep them or throw them away?
Так, пойти поговорить с Лепольдом. Пойдем попиздим с Лепольдом.
Lumir? Oh. Christ, my head. Not so loud. I need to ask you something. I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache. That's some hangover. He's useless to me like this. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off. I'll have to get him some kind of cure or potion.
О, снадобье.
Sober him up.
Нормально.
Here. Drink up. Better? What? Who? What are you doing here? Who are you? My name is Henry. And what do you want from me? I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you. To me? What for? Are you Lumir from the rat house? The scribe? I used to be. Now I'm just Lumir the madman. They say that about you. Why? Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it? Absolutely nothing. But I need your help. If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just end up hurting yourself. Come now, Lumir. Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me. We let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't solve this yourself.
Ты зря так думаешь.
I need to know the truth. To find the one responsible. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lad. But it's no use. I searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just mockery. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
Кто ж, блять? Ну, давай попробуем.
Because I'm not stupid, and I notice things. I've successfully solved a murder before. Is that so? A murder investigation under your belt. And educated and observant, too. Well, I said I'm not stupid. Not that I'm educated. I can read and write, too. Sometimes even count. If only more people knew the difference. All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl? Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid. A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid, too. As were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her? I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her. Did you notice the strangulation right away? Took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down. Do you think it's the same murder? Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the same person, they must be collaborating somehow. This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing? Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls, Stanya and Denna. Did the dead girls have anything in common? Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background? No, I couldn't find much. Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor and nobody will miss them? Certainly.
Да, вполне возможно,
Somebody
да.
killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned. But why does he even kill in the first place? I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out. What can you tell me about Yarka? She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town.
She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. A murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the two girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all
Ладно,
that
с этим мы
chatty either.
потолкуем.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this mole in the hole.
Yeah, he still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one. Lively as the devil.
Воровкой.
She was a thief. A pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing. When I asked him about
Опять
dinner,
дыра.
he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
And what about the other two victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Lawrence. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. Poor woman died of grief.
Блядь.
It's sad to say, but we can't help those two dead girls now. And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it,
Ну,
stealing
про
it.
крадут мы в курсе.
There's always something going on. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often trivial nonsense.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was pretty good at it, too.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Да, бля.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act. I'd swear none of them did it.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here. And I believe they were all murdered by the same killer. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. The most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about the first 2. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul. He should know the most about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanya was an alehouse maid, and Zdena a pickpocket. And the last victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young, beautiful, and brunette.
Good.
Да.
I know everything I need to know.
When you learn
Информации,
something
конечно,
more, stop by
дохуя.
and see me. You've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
Не охренеть, конечно. Узнать о прошлом яркие. Пойдем разузнаем. Ну да. Сюда нам бежать.
Praise God. Good
А хуй, все закрыто-то, блять. Поздно уже дохуя, что ли? Или что, блять?
I'm sorry.
Не. О, здорово.
Day to you. What do you want from me?
I would like to atone for my sins before God, Father.
I'm tempted to banish you from the holy ground, blasphemous child. Your repentance must begin as soon as possible.
Кого?
I'll cleanse my soul with a pilgrimage.
Not far from Horshan, Perun Spring, as the locals call it, gushes from the ground. I'm not at all pleased with the heathen name. We must prove that it has no other meaning than that which comes from Christ, our Savior. Pray over the spring, loudly, so everyone can hear you.
What penance do you give me?
Recite the Lord's Prayer. Clasp your palms together with all your strength and ask God
Ну что, я
for
подписался,
forgiveness.
блять.
I'll make haste.
You can't hasten redemption.
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her
А ты не в курсе, кого тебя там хоронят, блять? Ты что, на приколе?
I fear for my sister. She's also a maid.
Yes. Fear for those close to you is commendable. What would you like to hear?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you? What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Graal family.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own daughter.
Допустим.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
Так.
Why don't you respect Lumir?
That's my business. You needn't concern yourself about that. I won't tell you anything.
Бля, ну давай попробуем.
Come now, Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity. This is about all the dead girls. Isn't it written in scripture? Speak up for those who have no voice.
A layman quotes the Bible to me. Fine. Lumir accused me.
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how... What happened then?
It turned out he was deranged. How could he even think such a thing? He's finished in Kuttenberg.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes
Ну,
with
это
poor
вообще не
girls'
мотив.
heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
I've heard enough, Father. I'll be going.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumir. That man has gone completely mad.
Как ты охуеешь, если это, блядь, не так? Ладненько. На этом мы с расследованием закончим. Будем продолжать его уже в следующей серии. Так что спасибо, ребят, за просмотр. Сами знаете, какие кнопочки потыкайте под видосом. Все возможные ссылки, что в описании, что в комментариях под видео. Особенно обратите внимание на вот эти два QR-чика на экране. Я там много всякого интересного пишу. Заходите, читайте, получайте удовольствие. Обязательно подписывайтесь. Ну и до скорых встреч. Пока, народ.